everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good. We have a what I eat in a couple of days type of video coming up. So it is breakfast. This is just a general kind of food that I normally eat on my weekdays. I'll prepare it the night before. It is overnight oats. It's literally just oats, oat milk. I put in some frozen raspberries. I mix it up, sometimes some chia seeds, maybe a couple of bits of dark chocolate, and then I top it in the morning with maybe some blueberries, peanut butter, a little bit of honey, just whatever I'm feeling really, but this makes me feel so full and also energized. So I love this breakfast, definitely give it a try. I was going to film myself making it, but it is so easy, so I can just show you that again if needs be, but this is just my generic breakfast for a weekday. Okay, and then we have a snack coming up. So this is one of my favorites. I would eat cucumber till the day that I die. If that's the only thing I could eat, I'll eat that. I love these crispy rolls. I just get them in my local shop. They're kind of, I'm not really sure if they're healthy actually, but they feel it. They taste healthy. I put a little bit of cream cheese and then just put the cucumber on top. And for me, I think cucumber tastes so good when you sprinkle a little bit of salt on the top. So if you're wondering what I'm doing in the next clip, that's what that is. But this is just a good little snack if I'm feeling hungry but don't want to eat loads. Then we have a little bit of a late lunch, early dinner. This is one of my recent favorites as well. It's basically chickpeas with tomato and quinoa as kind of like, not really a salad, but it's kind of like a whole dish. So you basically just drain chickpeas, then put them in a pan, put in whatever spices you want to make it spicy, but I just use cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, and then salt, pepper, the usual. And then that is basically just all kind of blasted off for a few minutes till it gets a bit crispy. I am shamelessly dropping all the chickpeas all over the kitchen right now, but ignore me. Then we're gonna chop up our vegetables. So I use one whole onion and then some garlic and ginger, and then make sure that's nice and finely diced. And then you're just gonna put that into the pan and make that crispy. Not crispy, but just golden brown kind of crispy. And then put in about a tablespoon of tomato puree and a tin of chopped tomatoes. I was second guessing myself here. I thought I did the wrong thing, but I was right. Fry that off for about 5 minutes so it kind of evaporates a little bit. And then obviously season to taste. Then mix up a little bit of stock. So I just use vegetable stock, and I want to say probably like 200 mils, but just eyeball it. And then we're gonna add in the quinoa. So again, eyeballed it, but do what you want, what feels right. And then basically cover that with the stock. And that's kind of it. You want to basically bring that to a boil, probably maybe for like 2 minutes. And then after that, once it's boiled, looking all sexy and spicy, put the lid on and let that kind of simmer for about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, it's going to be banging. Okay, 30 minutes is up. You're going to want to mix that all together and then add in your chickpeas that you fried off from before. I did chop up some raisins or sultanas, whatever we're calling them. They wouldn't be my go-to, but in this dish it works so well. In the past I would use fresh parsley, but I didn't have any, so this is just dried parsley that tastes really good. And just mix it up. And it is honestly the best dish I have had in a while. I love it. It's easy, one pot, sold. And you can just have it for lunch the next day. It tastes good cold as well. So yeah, I would definitely add this one to your list if you are thinking about it. My final piece of food for the day is a bagel with Nutella on. Don't have this all the time, but I enjoy it, and just eat the things that you enjoy in moderation. It is now the next day, and this is honestly one of my go-to breakfasts. It's so easy to make and also tastes delicious. I feel like I've gone for brunch when I have it. I basically just chop up cherry tomatoes, maybe like 5 or 6 of them, because you can really pack in the tomatoes with this one. I only use about 3 eggs as well, and I basically just fry off the tomatoes in the pan first, make them a little bit crispy, you could say, and then just pop in the eggs after. Let them all mix together. I do like my scrambled eggs a little bit on the softer side. Obviously, I do season these with salt, pepper, maybe something else like chili flakes, whatever you're feeling. And when that's all done, I sprinkle a little bit of feta cheese on top, and I actually had a pita bread on the side this time. Little bit of carbs. I was hungry. Snack time is a big handful of raspberries. I always try to have some sort of fresh fruit in my fridge. Raspberries are my go-to, but sometimes I forget about them and let them die. But again, we've eaten them and hydrating. Okay, now this was a new one for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I had this itching inside of me, nothing bad, like an emotional itch, to make a soup. So I went ahead and did it. I found this recipe on YouTube. It was the most aesthetically pleasing video to watch and surprisingly easy to cook. I feel like because it's cold outside, it's winter, I was craving something warm and homely. So I'm really happy I made this. I probably made too much, to be honest with you. I live alone, no one else eats my food, and realistically I'm not gonna have 6 portions of soup. As much as I could try, I wasn't feeling it. So it did mostly go in the bin, but I enjoyed it while it lasted. I basically was chopping up onions, leeks, garlic. I put in some fresh thyme, which doesn't look so fresh. Basically just let that kind of, I suppose, simmer, and then it gets all kind of, you know what it looks like. I'll leave a link for the video down below so you can actually watch it and what he does, but you just put in stock, and then when it's all kind of finished, add a little bit of cream. I used the dairy-free one for the first time, and it tasted just like normal cream, so love that. Don't actually eat a lot of dairy apart from cheese and chocolate. And then when that was all done, I blended it up. Not gonna lie, I regretted blending it. It actually tasted better, nice and chunky, but it was equally just as good. It was a really creamy French onion soup. First time trying it, and I was impressed. I basically broke up one of those crispy rolls I had from yesterday as croutons because I don't actually have any breads, and that was my lunch. Moving on to dinner, the last meal of the video. This is my go-to tofu. Like, I can't even explain. It's basically like ground beef Mexican-y tofu. It is fire. I've made it in previous recipes, so I'm going to leave a link down below, but it's so easy and it tastes just like spicy beef. I'm obsessed. Anyway, I'm having this with a chili tonight because that is one of the easiest things for me to cook, and tasty and delicious, and I love a bit of spice. So I don't have rice that often, to be honest, because I hate cooking it, but I put on rice tonight because obviously it goes with chili and rice. Then I fried up some onions, and in a second you'll see me throw in some more vegetables. So I used yellow and red peppers, fried them off so that they're a nice kind of consistency, and then add in your basic salt, pepper. And I do use this mix that's from TK Maxx, which is like a Mexican spice mix. That is so good. I'll post a photo. And then I basically just added in a tin of tomatoes and more of the spice mix, and that's it. It is so tasty. Have this tofu with salads, everything. It's the best. Anyway, I'm gonna go, but lots of love. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.